Fit and Active meatballs, turkey meatballs, and this is Fit and Active chicken broth, and this is brown rice, and we're gonna make it into meatballs and gravy and put the gravy on the rice. And here we have apples, which we're gonna be having for dessert. The apples, we're gonna bake them but not put sugar in them, so they're gonna be really good. Now everything here is really healthy. As you can see, these vegetables are healthy, and these are both Fit and Active, the meatballs and the chicken broth, and the brown rice. We use brown rice instead of regular white rice because brown rice is more healthy for you, and apples are really healthy. Okay guys, so here I am. I'm about to pour 3 cups of rice and then put it in the rice bowl, and then I'm going to have some water in it too, so the water can cook the rice. So I'm going to put 3 cups of rice. Now this is 1 cup. So that's 1, 2, I have some trouble here. Okay, back on track. That's 2 cups. Gotta hurry it up here. That's 3 cups. Okay. Alright, now set the rice down. Spread that out. And now I pour water into it until the water comes up to the 4 on the mark. You guys can't see that. So I'm just gonna pour that in there. Just keep pouring, and just like that. Alright. Now I'm gonna put the rice in the bowl over here into the rice cooker, and now make sure it's in all the way right until you hear it click. And now I put the top on it, and now I plug it in. So now the rice is going to be cooking. So now I press it down so that this is red, and it's going to start cooking. Okay, so here we have a tablespoon of butter in the pot melting, and here we have flour, and here we have the Fit and Active chicken broth, and back here we have some flour water. So first I'm going to get 1.5 tablespoons of flour, and that's 1, and here's about a half, and then stir it until it becomes brown, just a little brown. And I'm gonna hold it so I don't mess it up. Alright, so I'm stirring it, and as you see, it's becoming really clumpy. So the flour is mixing with the butter, and it's making it clumpy. So now you can see the butter and the 1.5 tablespoons of flour are getting brown. So I'm going to pour in the broth, and it's supposed to do this. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to keep pouring this. And this is for the gravy.
Keep going. How much is left? That's enough.
Alright, now that's enough. Now stir it just a little bit. Now the last thing I'm going to do for the gravy is pour in this flour water.
Slowly.
Milky flour water. Pour it in slowly. Make sure it's all in there. And now stir it just a little bit, a wee bit. And now I'm going to stop stirring it and put the top on it and let it cook. I have to turn it down low so nothing bad happens.
Not that low.
But not that low.
Up a little higher. Okay.
On medium. So that's the gravy. It's going to be cooking while I'm making the meatballs. So here we have the turkey meatballs, Fit and Active, and I'm going to put them in here in the pan. Now I'm going to put all of them in here, and I'm going to just spread them out a little bit. Now, the turkey meatballs, they're a lot more healthy than beef meatballs or any other kind, because these have more nutrients, and they're lower in fat. So, and they're also already pre-cooked. So, since they're pre-cooked, you don't have to do anything except heat them in the oven. So, I'm gonna put them in the oven now, and it's already preheated to 350. So I'm gonna grab these so I don't burn myself in the oven. And just set them in there. Just move it in there like that. Still move it a little bit. And now close it. So now the meatballs will be cooking while the rice and the gravy is cooking. And I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in the gravy just to make it taste good. Put some pepper in here. So, put a little bit more salt in there. Alright, now stir it just a little bit. And now I will close it, and there you go. Here I am. I'm about to cut the broccoli. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna make it in small pieces like this, like how it is here. Just like do that. Yeah, just cut it and stuff. And in pieces that come off, and just cut a little bit off the bottom and then put it in there. It's like a tree, and then just cutting off branches. You know? It's not funny. I don't know what you're laughing for. Just cut that, and don't want any of them to be too big, so you might just have to like cut down the middle of the tree, and then just like that. And
Okay. Okay.
and then like make that one spiky, and then cut that one and put it in there. And then these are small, don't put those in there. And then cut the bottom off that one and that one. And this one's a little bit lopsided, but
Okay.
it's food. You eat it. Who cares how it looks? And that one, and cut that one off. This one's a little stubborn one, it won't cut. Now cut that one, and there we go. Okay. Done. Alright, done. We're done cutting the broccoli. And now we have carrots. So we're gonna open the carrots and put them in here with the rest of the fruit. With the rest of the broccoli. So just open those and then put them in here. And then they're gonna be all together, so it doesn't matter if any of them don't mix. Kobe. Alright. And now that we have it like this, we're gonna put it in this pot, this pan pot, and then it has this in it, so the vegetables are gonna sit on top of that. So just do that, and then just grab one. Alright, and now we are going to, now we have to put this in the sink, and that way. And now we're gonna have the gravy, and we're gonna pour it into the meatballs while they're in the oven. So, and it's supposed to do that as well. Now just keep pouring it, and then I have to make sure all this into the oven, and try not to burn myself. And then we're gonna put water into here, and then we're gonna turn it on and steam it. And here the rice is ready, so we have that ready. And then now we're about to pour water into here. but not too much, just like that, enough water. Make sure I have a good amount. And now the top, I put the top on here, and then I turn it on front, and I move this spoon, and then I turn it on medium. So now this will be steaming, and we'll have steamed vegetables. Here I'm coring 4 apples, and then after I core them, I'm gonna put them in the pot over there, and then they're gonna bake in the oven. I'm gonna put them in the pan. Now I core them and make sure that there's nothing left in them in the middle. And then after I do that, I make sure there's nothing in the middle. And then I put the 4 apples in in here. And now I'm gonna put them in the oven to bake for about half an hour. Next to the meatballs and gravy. Now I want to make sure they're standing up. Now I put it in all the way and I close it. And now the apples will be baking for about half an hour. And they're not going to be really sugary because these are Gala apples, so we don't put sugar in them. So they're gonna be really. Here I have rice with gravy and meatballs, and here I have steamed vegetables, have steamed baby carrots and steamed broccoli, and for dessert I have an apple that was baked, and it's really sweet, but we didn't add any sugar, and for my drink I have water, so I'm just gonna take a bite. So good. Alright, so here I'm summarizing my nutritional video project. Alright, so here I'm going to summarize all the nutritional values from everything for my video project, for all the foods I had. For all the foods, the total for calories from fat was 115. The total fat in grams was 13 grams. The saturated fat was 5 grams. The trans fat, there was no trans fat. The cholesterol was 58 milligrams. Sodium was 799 milligrams, and there was a lot of sodium in the 6 meatballs and the gravy. For carbs, there were 67 in grams. For fiber, there were 10 grams. For sugar, there were 21 grams, and protein was 22 grams. Now for my percent daily value of my vitamins, for vitamin A, it was 156%. Vitamin C was 61%, calcium was 20%, and iron was 16%. To summarize the price of everything that I bought for the meal, meatballs were $1.99, broccoli was $2.19, chicken broth was $1.19, carrots was $1.29, apples were $2.49, and brown rice was 79 cents. And the total price was $9.74. All the food that I prepared will feed 4 people.